everyone. Welcome to 30 minutes of taking a mindful nap. So, as you can see, we are going to start out simply. If you have a chair at home that you are really comfortable in, that's what you can use for today's class. If you have your yoga mat, go ahead and lay it out right around where you're going to be, because for the class, we are going to start out with the beginning part of the class being a couple of breathing exercises with some seated meditation in between. That meditation being a little bit of reflective time and body sensing time. And then the last half of the class will be in a more relaxed position for meditation. So you can lay down on the floor or find another comfortable place in your house that you can sit in or lay down on. I don't recommend your bed, but if that is the only thing that you've got that is comfortable for you to lay down on, then go for it. It's just when you're in your bed, we associate the bed as a place that we are going to go to sleep. So it encourages the body to go to sleep rather than stay active in a relaxed place for your meditation. So we want to encourage being awake while in a restful state. You can remain in the chair the whole time, and that is what I'm going to do today. So things to make you more comfortable: if you are in a chair, you want to be able to have more of an upright posture. So when we, as in yoga, when I always ask you to have an upright spine, we are allowing as much air to move in and out of the body freely as we can. And in meditation, we're doing that as well. So we want the body to be in the most open and comfortable position as possible, so we can kind of forget about everything else. The body's comfortable, and you can just totally rest in that meditation or in that breathing exercise. There's no other distractions. So ways to make you more comfortable: if you have any blocks at home, you can use them. If you have a stack of books, you can use those. If you find that your chair does not fit your body just right, where you can have your knees and your ankles be at 90 degrees and you're not having to hold your legs up or position them all funny, that's great. But if you need to, you can modify that seat by putting the blocks down and getting the legs right where you need them, so you have that 90 degrees and something for your feet to rest on. We don't want to be dangling, because then the mind gets active. When we start having options, the mind gets very active. So we get settled first. Okay? The blanket is for when the last half of the class, when we drop into a meditation where we'll be laying on the floor or seated. If you find that you cool down when you're meditating, you can put that blanket on you so that we remove that likelihood of you becoming uncomfortably cold, where you would be distracted from finishing your meditation. So go ahead, pause this video, grab what you need, and we will get started with our first breathing exercise for today. So you're in your seat, nice and comfortable. We're going to actually scoot to the edge. So this is a more active breathing exercise. And this is taking our cat and cow that you know from yoga in a seated position here, and letting the belly have the option to be free and uninhibited for this breath. So on your next inhale, we're going to not engage the belly as we would in yoga. We're going to let it hang out, okay? Shift the pelvis forward and take a full breath, really filling the belly up and letting the belly expand. Okay? Remain relaxed. We're just relaxing here. And then as you exhale, we reverse that. So now we're going to just gently tip the pelvis backwards, but you do that as the exhale, on the exhale, as the belly begins to draw in to get rid of the breath. You're going to finish the breath by pulling pulling the belly to the spine and rounding the back. Okay, did that make sense? So inhale, tilt that pelvis just a little bit forward. Let the belly hang out. And then exhale. Let the breath start its normal course of your exhale. And then as the belly draws in, begin to round the back and actually hug the belly in, completing the exhale, completely depleting the body of that breath. So we finish that exhale. Okay, you're welcome to close your eyes here. Inhale. And exhale, just moving between these two. Taking your time, you don't have to force the breath, get like a really big inhale, just go with your natural breath. Exhale. But wait for that exhale to finish too. Try to let the rest of your body stay nice and relaxed. And your awareness is just on what the breath is doing. Filling up and releasing. Your awareness, you're making sure you're waiting for that full inhale and that full exhale. You're concentrating on each of those. And if your mind wanders away from this task, just gently acknowledge that. And pull it right back to whatever part of the breath that you're in. Do about 5 more of these breaths. Breaths. Just go ahead and sit back in your chair. Close your eyes and just breathe normally here. noticing how your body is, if the body is relaxed. Maybe the breath is taking on that same pace as how you were in that exercise. Maybe you're noticing how the body is really trying to complete each of those breaths all on its own, maybe differently than how you normally would breathe without paying attention to it. Notice if the body is distracted or agitated. And those are all normal responses to asking the body to change its pattern of breath. Letting your awareness stay with the breath, just watching it, observing it, feeling how the belly moves, expands, and releases. Just taking one more full breath here. Now you're welcome to open your eyes or remain seated with your eyes closed. Just be sure to straighten up a little bit so you have that nice lifted torso, relaxed, shoulders down, and let the belly be free here. So we're not hugging in any way. We're just creating a space to let the breath move freely in the body with our awareness to that. Okay, so the next breathing exercise that we will do for today is called coherent breathing or even breathing. Okay, so we're gonna start out with an inhale of 5 counts, and then we're gonna exhale to 5 counts. Okay, so I am gonna start out counting for you, and then as you get the pace that I'm counting out at, I'm gonna back away from the counting, and I want you to pick that rhythm up in your own mind, in your own head, okay? So everybody go ahead and exhale out all the breath from your body. So this exercise is shooting for 5 to 6 breaths per minute, okay? If you are much taller than the average person, so let's say about 5'6", 5'8", if you're about 6 feet tall, your breaths might need to be a little bit longer and a little bit less. So this 5 to 6 breaths per minute is average for the average person. So, you know, like a kid, someone younger than you or young, they might need a few more breaths in that minute because their body is operating at a lot faster rate than the most average person is, okay? So if you find this exercise to be very uncomfortable for you, or you just can't get your breath to match that 5 breath pace, you might find you need to go to 4 breaths, and that's fine. You might find you need to go to 3 breaths, and that's fine. Take your pace, and then as your body becomes more comfortable with that breathing style, it will eventually relax enough that you can get to that 5 to 6 breath pace. Okay? So I hope everybody wasn't holding their breath waiting for me to say inhale. So anyway, go ahead and exhale out that breath one more time, and then we're going to go ahead and start. Okay? And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, continue at your own pace. 5. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On your own. Just about 2 more breaths. And let go of any counting now and just breathing normally. Noticing how your body feels. So now let's go ahead and get comfortable. We're going to finish out about the last 10 minutes of the class in a meditation. It'll be a quickly guided one, Okay, so go ahead and find your comfortable space, whether that's laying on the floor, covered up with your blanket, seated in your chair just as you are. Okay, you're welcome to pause this video and start whenever you'd like, or I will just pause for a few seconds while you get situated. And now, so as you are getting comfortable, okay, just let your breath be as it is. Maybe take an initial deep breath or two just to settle the body into that new position. And then let the mind go to just observing the breath. Feeling that rising and falling of the belly. And now, let your attention move to the very top of your head. And just rest your attention there for a moment. Now the back of your head. Bring your attention to your forehead and your eyebrows. Just letting your attention rest there. And your eyes. Your nose. Your cheeks and your mouth. Now let the attention go to the front of your neck and your throat. And the upper chest. And the front and backs of your arms. The front and back of your hands, extending all the way to the fingertips. Your attention resting at your arms. And now bring your attention to the back of your body. From the base of your neck, all the way down to the tailbone. Noticing that space. And now observing the breath. Feeling that rising and falling of the belly. letting your attention expand from the belly to the top of your chest and to the pubic bone. And now let your attention rest at your hips, the front and the back sides. Attention moving to the legs, the front and back sides of the legs. And notice your feet, the heel, the sole of the foot, and the toes, the very tips of the toes. And let your attention now notice your entire body. Letting your attention rest there. With an ever-present awareness of the rising and falling of the belly with the breath. Deepening the breath once again, filling your entire torso with breath. And then as you exhale, release the breath entirely from the body, squeezing that belly to the spine. You can gently just kind of oscillate the body left and right, or create a little wiggle for yourself. Just encouraging the body to wake up. And when you feel ready, and you're welcome to continue to stay in this meditation. Otherwise, go ahead and hug those knees into your chest. And roll to one side. Take a full breath here. And move when your body is ready for you to move. So if you're a little sluggish, okay, you can lay back down, breathe a little more quickly, kind of fire your body up a little bit, and then come up to a seated position. And that can be on the floor or back in your chair. And just take a moment to connect with that breath and to notice how your body feels after that 30 minutes of breath work and resting. And bringing your hands to your heart.